On to the LA Rams. Guys, the Rams are locked and loaded for 2025. And a while back, guys, I had the Rams as a 13-win team. 3 months ago, guys, I had them as arguably the best team in the NFC. 3 months ago, I had them as a Super Bowl-bound LA Rams. 3 months ago, I said, hey, look out for this team. But now, they can slow it down, Buck. Slow it down a little bit, and I'm going to drop them down to 12 wins. Not because they've gotten any worse. Not because they've hit in a few roadblocks. Not because of this. It's just 12 wins seems a little bit more realistic, right? But this does still not think I don't think this is a dangerous team. That this still doesn't mean that I don't think the LA Rams are a Super Bowl team. Guys, the Rams are a very, very good team. They could win 13, 14, if not 15 wins this season. And even their floor is still 9 wins. They're going to be a winning team in 2024. Guys, well, let's break it down week by week. My prediction for the 2025 LA Rams. And week 1 through 5, guys, they start off with a statement. They start off with a statement and they come back and say, come here, little boy, let me wax that ass. And that's exactly what they do week 1 versus the Houston Texans. The Rams start hot, take care of business at home against the Houston team still trying to find his rhythm. AKA, Tank Dell's hurt, I'm going to cry a little bit more, right? Mr. CJ Stroud, come here, let me wax that ass. Week number 2, they travel to Nashville, Tennessee to take on the Titans, right? Tennessee can be a tough place to play. Sure, potentially, if the Titans were good, but the Titans are dog shit bad. But the Stafford and Adams connection is already cooking. And guess what? 2-0, baby. But then week 3, this is the game that I've been going back on forth off. They travel across the continental United States of America to Philadelphia, take on the Philadelphia Eagles. 3 months ago, I had them going into Philly and beating them. Now, guys, I'm backing off a little bit. I think the Eagles are going to stop this 2-0 start, given their first loss of the season. Philly's defense, guys, is too much in this one, and the Rams take the first loss. But then week number 4, Rams are back at home, taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Back in LA, the offense gets rolling again. The Rams rebuild in a big way, beating down the Colts by at least 25 points. It is ugly. And then week 5, they're at home yet again on Thursday Night Football, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. A huge divisional statement win. On a short week, guys, the Rams take down the 49ers under the lights. So they start 4-1. And the Rams are looking every bit like NFC contenders, guys. They are on cloud 9. We are talking about them. And we are talking about them some more. But week 6 through 10, guys, they're on a tough road stretch. Week 6 through 10 shows who they are or who they are not. And week 6, when they travel to Baltimore to take on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, guys, the Baltimore's physical style takes the toll. And also, by the way, Lamar Jackson does not lose to NFC teams. That's just what it is. He's 35-1 against NFC teams. Something crazy, right? And then week number 7, put on that jet lag, traveling across the pond, traveling to the United Kingdom to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're home away from home. Travel plus the feisty Jaguars team leads to back-to-back losses heading into the bye week. Week 8, guys, perfect time for a bye week. Perfect time for rest. Right? We are struggling right now. We have lost 2 in a row, traveled across the pond, played a physical Ravens team. Week number 9, we're back at home, take on the New Orleans Saints. A Saints team that's not very good. A rested Rams team gets the job done, gets the New Orleans Saints, a bad New Orleans Saints team. Sorry, Wes. It is what it is. But then week 10, they're back on the road yet again, take on the San Francisco 49ers. The rivalry splits and the 49ers defend the home turf, defeating the Rams. So at this point, guys, in week 10, the Rams are 6-3. The Rams have weathered a challenging travel-heavy stretch and they remain firmly in the playoff picture. And then weeks 11 through 15, guys, they start stacking up those wins. Wins start coming at a premium because week 11, they're at home, take on the Seattle Seahawks. Divisional dominance continues in LA, and the Seahawks do not know what hit them. Give me another win. Week 12, at home yet again, take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stafford spreads the ball around, and the Rams defense locks in. Jared Verse might have 3 or 4 sacks against Baker Mayfield in this game. Give me yet another win. Week 13, finally on the road. finally traveling across the continental United States again to take on the Carolina Panthers. As the Panthers can't match the LA's firepower. Even if the LA Rams come in there and play C-plus football, the Panthers just can't hang. Yet another win. However, Week 14 on the road, take on the Arizona Cardinals. This has trap game vibes written all over it. Nice little winning streak. Nice going across the United States, playing bad football, beating the Panthers. Maybe a little tired. The Arizona Cardinals catch the Rams slipping, and they give them a loss, breaking that 5-6 game winning streak. But then Week 15 at home, taking on the Detroit Lions. Guys, this is a big-time NFC matchup. This could potentially be the NFC Championship game. This could potentially be the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And I think the Rams deliver in front of an overhyped crowd. Matthew Stafford gives it to his old team, and the Detroit Lions don't know what to do with their hands. Guys, the Rams are 10-4 at this point, and they're hitting their stride late in the season. They are 10-4, hitting their stride exactly when you want to peak. And then week 16 through 18, guys, they close out strong. They close out strong on the road, week 16 versus Seattle Seahawks. Thursday Night Football. Primetime divisional road win. Stafford, Adams, Puka, the rest of the boys, Kyron Williams, get it done. Put on a show. Week 17 at Atlanta. The Rams stay sharp against a rebuilding Atlanta Falcons team. The Falcons could be potentially battling for a playoff spot at the particular time. Guess what? No match for the Rams. And then week 18, they win yet another game in a row, giving them 4 wins in the row to finish the season out strong with the win over the Arizona Cardinals. Guys, I had the Rams being at 12-5. The Rams have one of the highest ceilings in the NFC. Adding Davante Adams, guys, makes this passing game lethal. And if Stafford stays healthy, key point there, if Matthew Stafford stays healthy, this team can compete for a Super Bowl. Yes, there are a couple tricky stretches there, right? The schedule does them no favors with travel, but they have the roster to handle. They have the veteran leadership to handle. They've been there. They've done that. But what do you guys think? Is 12 wins too high? Or do you see the Rams hitting that 13-win ceiling still, right? Guys, drop your thoughts in the chat. Live interactive show. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Remember, we are live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. So let's get into those comments. Let's get into those comments. Old Man River says 11-6 for the LA Rams. Where do we differ, Old Man River? Because honestly, 11 wins sounds like an average season, right? If you have 11 wins, that kind of sounds like an average season. 12 sounds like an elite season. Now, I know it's just one win, but let's just be honest. 11 sounds average, 12 sounds superior. So where do we differ? Jeter says, what's the deal with Matthew Stafford? The deal with Matthew Stafford is he's 38, 39 years old. The deal with Matthew Stafford is he's got his ass whooped in Detroit for a very, very long time. The deal with Matthew Stafford is he has a sore back. He was at practice today. He did not practice, but he was at practice on the sidelines, throwing of the ball around a little bit. Rumor is that he will be ready by week 1. Probably won't play any of the preseason to protect that back. Now, we know last year he had shoulder issues. The year before that, he had finger issues, right? Matthew Stafford is a walking IR. However, he is very, very durable, and you always see him week in and week out. When the game is on the line, Matthew Stafford will be in there. When it is time to play real football games, Matthew Stafford will be in there. When it is time to shine underneath the brightest lights, Matthew Stafford will be there. That's just who he is. I think Jeter said something about the Rams getting payback on the Eagles. That would be tough. That would be tough because I have, depending on which version you want to listen to, 3 months ago, I had the Eagles starting off 0-3 with the Rams beating them as their third game because the Eagles were losing to the Cowboys, losing to the Chiefs, and then losing to the Rams. But on the flip side of that, I still have the Eagles losing to the Cowboys, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So if they beat the Kansas City Chiefs, it could be very, very, very much be a hangover game, and you could be right. You 100% could be right on that. But we will see. Alpha Rob says 12-5. Their defense would be better, especially with Jared Verse. Exactly. Last year, we all kind of anticipated their defense taking back with old Aaron Donald retiring, potentially at his prime, right? They actually took a step forward, I think. I think the Rams defense got better, and they're going to get better. And that's why I initially had them as a 13-14 win team. I thought their defense was going to carry them. But with the Matthew Stafford issues, it is what it is. End of the day, it is what it is. All right, guys, so it is time